Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Baking Journal. Today I am so excited because we are making these white chocolate dipped ginger cookies. They are the perfect holiday time cookie. They're easy, they're festive. I can't wait to show you how. The first thing we're going to do for our ginger cookies is just get all of our dry ingredients mixed together. So here I have a little bit of salt, a little bit of baking powder into the mix. And this is all-purpose flour. And then this is the magic because this is our delicious spice mix. There's ginger, there's cinnamon, there's nutmeg. It smells fabulous. Into our flour mixture we go. Give that a nice little whisk to get it all together. And we're gonna set it aside and get our sugar and butter mixture up next. Into a stand mixer, we're adding 3/4 cup of room temperature butter and 1/2 cup each of both granulated and brown sugar. Cream that all together and then mix in 1 egg. To that, we are adding some molasses. That is really gonna give these ginger cookies a nice holiday sort of taste. And I have 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And let's get that all incorporated. Molasses isn't like one of my favorite ingredients, and for the longest time I wouldn't make cookies that had molasses in it because I'm telling you, I can smell it right now. Some of you I'm sure love molasses, and I have to say though, in this cookie, it is divine. Slowly add in your dry ingredients and get it nice and combined. Finish your dough by hand to be sure that you have all of the flour and yummy spices incorporated. The dough is pretty soft right now, and we need it to firm up before we can scoop out the cookies. Cover the bowl with plastic wrap and let it chill for at least an hour or 2. So our cookie dough has been doing its thing in the refrigerator and firming up for us for about an hour. And now we're gonna scoop it out. And all we're gonna do is scoop out our dough, roll it. By the way, I forgot to tell you, we need just, this is about 4 tablespoons of sugar. Doesn't really matter about the exact amount because all we're doing is rolling our little cookie dough balls into the sugar and then placing it on parchment lined cookie sheet. This little bit of granulated sugar that we're rolling the cookies in, when they come out of the oven, you guys are gonna see that they give the cookie just a little sparkly look. I love it. We need to just flatten them out just a bit before we put them in the oven. I'm just using, a measuring cup, but if you have a glass or whatever, anything will work. You could use your palm if you wanted to, but I'm just flattening them out slightly. Now, let's bake these in a 350-degree preheated oven for about 10 minutes. And here's a nice little tip. So after you roll out all of the cookie dough, roll them in sugar, just put them on a tray, stick them in the freezer, and then once they're frozen, you can put them in a plastic bag and take them out and bake them individually as you need them. So these are going in the freezer. Here they are, out of the oven. We're gonna let these cool for a while, and while they're cooling, we're gonna make our white chocolate dip for the top. In a microwave-safe bowl, we're combining white chocolate chips with a little bit of vegetable shortening. We are going to melt this in the microwave, and the way that I do it is just little 15-second bursts. White chocolate will burn pretty easily, so keep your eye on it. And then once it gets pretty much melted, but you can still see maybe a few little chips, just take it out, keep stirring, 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 and it will be ready. So into the microwave it goes. Now this, I could just eat the whole bowl. All right, now our cookies are cool. We're gonna dip them in this deliciousness. And so I just have, just put a piece of parchment paper on your counter, kind of save a little mess on your counter. And then this is, I used to take these and just dip them in, and then you'd have all of this extra chocolate on the back, which we still do a little bit, but let me show you exactly what I do here. So I take the top part of the cookie and we just dip it in, leaning it forward so you get more on the front, but then scrape that back end off and then put it on your parchment. So I'm gonna finish these guys up, and then we're gonna let the white chocolate harden just a little bit to kind of set, and then I'm gonna show you how to do a cool little holly berry decoration. I have 2 bags of royal icing prepared. The green one with a leaf tip, and the red one has a small circle tip. So with the green icing, we're just going to gently pipe 2 little leaves on each cookie over to the side where the melted chocolate stops. Then, with the red icing, we're just going in and adding these 3 little holly berries to each one. It is that easy. These turned out fabulous. Look at how perfect they look for the holidays. I can't wait to give it a little try. These are so yummy. You get the ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg spice hit, and then the white chocolate creaminess, a little bit of crunch from the cookie itself. Oh my goodness, these are a total winner. I really hope you give this recipe a try. And as always, if you've enjoyed watching, please make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. And I'll see you again soon on another episode of the Baking Journal.